was sad, and you know, we knew more what's going on. We kind of downplayed it, but it was a big deal, and it was at that point we knew relief. We knew you were getting better and everything was fine, but we did miss you. But it did really point out the fact to me that, you know, Vince and I could do this without you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Out About Podcast. I am Patrick, and you all know my good friend, my number 3 person on my favorites list on my cell phone, the one, the only, Chili.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
That was weak, but all right.
Wow, I had a hard time with that. I couldn't get out.
You did.
You're number 3 on my list, too, on my favorites list on my iPhone.
Well, 3 is high.
You know.
It reminds me of a Seinfeld episode, but we'll leave that alone.
Right.
And, of course, as always, we got Jerry.
Hey, everyone.
So
much enthusiasm.
Well, after
so
that,
much enthusiasm.
how do I even compare? Like, I don't rank nowhere.
You're number 4 on my list.
Am I? No.
Sure.
Hold on.
Let me fix that real quick.
Hold on a second. No, Jerry. Jerry, you're up there. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I don't
9,
call
10.
you that often, Jerry.
11. You're 11.
11?
11 is something,
Oh,
right? 11. Don's 12. So
You're number 4 on mine.
Mine is in order of importance and frequency of calls. I don't call you.
4? You're 5? Delina's 6, and you're 7.
She's 6.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
all right. Well, let me make a change here real quick.
yes,
Jerry
I have
needs
to
be number
I have now
15.
re-rank my order.
Right.
We are now part of a 1997 Seinfeld skit, y'all. You know, you're 911 of mine. When they call
Right.
911
Here
when I'm
comes
in an emergency,
Jerry.
it calls Jerry.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, all the Outer Belt fans. Welcome back, all the Outer Belt people that listen and hates us. Welcome back, Jerry. We missed you last week. We had such a difficult time without you. It was a challenge.
It was a challenge.
We had someone fill in for you.
She did a great job.
It just wasn't the same without you. I'm not going to say worse. I'm just going to say different.
It was different.
It was different.
The technical challenges that we had.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody that listened, you might
Right.
not have known,
Yeah,
but
you
everybody
would've
that
known.
watched,
Yeah,
it
there
was
a difference.
There was a little oopsie that took place,
Yeah.
and you know, hey, we got that resolved in a creative way.
Very.
My favorite was when I was doing the editing, is hearing you say to Melissa, take a picture of this and send it to Jerry of the iPhone hanging from the ceiling.
How did you like my Jerry? This is the part where the camera died.
Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It actually helped me with editing. Thank you.
You're welcome. I try. I think about what'll help the production assistants and the producers and the editors and the cinematographers,
Right.
all of which are you.
Or Jerry,
And
yeah.
So with our huge production we have here,
Man of many hats.
man of many hats. So you you're all better now. You're joining us. You're with us. You look great. That's all I got. How do you
All right.
feel?
Well,
I'm doing better.
Happy to be back?
I am. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting there.
Well, you look like a solid 65.
Yep.
I was thinking 66, but you know,
Could be. Well,
65 and a half. Let's split the difference and call it good.
I'm going $1, Bob. So- Well, we saved it last week. We didn't do it last week because you weren't here with us, but we did just get back a week later from the one and only Expedite Expo. We had a ton of fun. Had a blast. I really enjoyed this year. And we have a little bit of a recap show that we wanted to do for everybody. Talk about what happened, what went down, behind the secrets, behind the candelabra, so to speak. I enjoyed my time a lot.
It really was a blast.
It was so great. All the Hyfield family came out and hung out with us, and we were pretty much the only ones there.
Yeah.
More to come on.
Hyfield
Hyfield family.
Yeah, more to come on that later. But, you know, for the last couple of years, it's always been the sea of black shirts, you know, the black shirts with the
Sure.
Hyfield logo on them. Lately, we did start incorporating a white shirt.
Yeah.
People said, you know, hey, we're in South Texas in the middle of summer, maybe not a black shirt. So we now have a white one. Tons and tons of Hyfield people came out. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody. As usual, get pulled in 6,000
Sure.
conversations.
Yeah.
I always hate that too because I feel like I'm not giving someone their undivided attention. I'm giving them you have 6.5 seconds.
Right.
And
Before
then I gotta
someone
move
else
on.
pulls me
Before
away.
someone else pulls me away.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm bored with you and I want to walk away. It's that literally someone grabs me by the arm and says, "Hey Patrick, let me show you so and so. Let me introduce you to so and so. We have a question about this." What was new this year that I hadn't had before was, "Hey, this team just told me about something that happened over here at a carrier, and we want your thoughts on it."
Right.
And there's been a lot of changes, a lot of things going on in the industry, obviously. So a lot of those conversations happening. So that it just made for a very, very busy expo. There was one point where I did get away for a few minutes and I walked over the concessions and had the worst cheeseburger of my life.
I heard about that.
And had a chance to hang out with one of our teams and just eat dinner. Not dinner, but lunch. I don't know what you call that. Snack.
Break bread with them.
Yes, we had a chance to break bread with them, and I know you were at the concession stand. I know y'all both saw that. Did y'all see the dining area that was kind of around the corner that was like secluded and it looked like it could be closed off easily?
I did see that. Yeah.
Okay, it looked like prison dining room. It was weird little area. Everything was metal, but still it was a place. It was a place to go and sit down and have a little bit of something to eat. So I met a team in there that was one of our teams, and I know them. So I was like, I'm gonna sit with y'all and eat with y'all. And so we chatted for a little bit, and it was the only like few minutes of reprieve I had from being pulled from like, hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, do this, hey, do that.
That area was off the floor.
It was off the floor, and it was kind of behind a curtain, and it was down a little ways. It was in a weird spot. I thought that was kind of crazy too. Like the concessions were in a very strange area.
They are.
They weren't anywhere near the. I saw people actually going up to people and being like, "Hey, where'd you get that Mountain Dew from?"
Yeah.
Or "Hey, where'd you get that Pepsi from?"
The hall is kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a little strange the way they laid it out this year. But
it was really strange when the guards came through and started beating their nightsticks against the table, saying "Chow time's over."
Well, yeah,
that was the weird part.
It was, but I did what anybody would do, and I threw my trash away and I left. Went back to the yard, but. It was it was a good show. It was just very, very busy, very, very hectic. If anybody was out there and I didn't get a chance to talk with you or hang out with you, I apologize for that. If you were there and you got a chance to hang out with me for like 30 seconds, I also apologize for that. It's one of those shows where so many people show up,
sure,
and we have a very limited time to really hang out. And so, but I did get to have a lot of fun. I got to play some games. I won a Connect 4. It was funny too. So they had a Connect 4 championship going. So you all know the Connect 4 game. We played it when we were kids.
Yeah.
We have one that's 4 foot wide.
Yeah.
It's
big.
huge.
It's life size.
4 foot wide, 3 foot tall.
Stand up to play it.
Yeah. And so you're basically putting like plates in it.
Yeah.
Like huge,
exactly.
like dinner plates.
Yep.
Are the red and blue little pieces. Chips. Yeah, thank you. They were like, "Hey, you need to get in here and play these people so that you can play this other person." I didn't get that message, and neither did the other person.
Okay.
So I ended up playing the winner, the champion already,
Right.
and I beat them. And they're like, "We don't know what to do because you totally wrecked
the whole bracket
in one." So but you had to play like 4 people to get here, and I'm like, "I'm sorry. Do we go back? I don't know what we do now. We go? What do you do? I've already, yeah." So, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was probably one of the most intense games of Connect 4 I've ever played. As a matter of fact, I got a chance to play you. Not at Connect 4.
No, I didn't play Connect 4.
What did we play?
We played foosball.
And?
Well, we played 2 games of foosball.
Yes.
And you won the first game.
As always.
And I came back in the second game and just spanked you, basically.
I
wouldn't call... Really?
Yes.
I don't think it's a...
I mean, the score was like 10-2.
That's not a spanking. It's...
That's a butt whooping.
Maybe...
May I?
Absolutely.
May I?
Yeah.
No,
I whooped that ass.
Listen, I was restraining myself.
Oh, I see.
Because I didn't want to hurt my back for round 3.
I understand.
Unfortunately,
we didn't get to round 3.
We did not get to round 3.
So even though you won the round 1, I whooped that ass in round 2. it's still a tie, and we have to
It is
settle
still
it.
a tie.
We have to settle it.
All that to say, as you'll see in the video, round 1 was a warm-up. Round
Well,
2...
I don't know if they see round 1, do they? Because that
They
was like
don't.
before the booth
Yeah.
even opened.
No, but
I
I think they might have heard it from the video. If you
Okay.
didn't hear it from the video, there was a round 1.
there was.
Pre-video where I kicked. It doesn't matter. So
it doesn't.
I won. That's all that
What
matters.
matters is the third game.
And round 2, we had a wager, and the wager I believe was
I believe
one bottle
it is one
of
bottle.
Weller,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I lost that game,
Yes.
so I'm paying my dues.
Oh well, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you very much. I would crack it open right now, but I'm not drinking Weller. I don't wanna
Well, it
ruin-
would
I
be
don't wanna
inappropriate.
ruin this. It would,
Yes.
to rub it in your face and drink it in front of you would be
You know,
inappropriate.
yes,
okay,
I believe
I get that.
I
I
take
get
it,
that. Yeah,
take it
I'll-
home
I'll-
behind my back.
I mean, if it were the ultimate, if I won the third round and really won best 2 out of 3,
Yeah.
I would crack it right now and just straight from the bottle.
That
but
would that would make sense.
Right,
but being
but-
that I'm going to beat you in round 3, eventually next year,
eventually, yeah. next year, Expo.
2025.
Sure.
4.
Okay. Yeah.
What year is it?
Whatever.
Yes.
Next 2 years. All right. Well, we certainly will report back on the round 3 victory
Absolutely.
that I take.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have Jerry
My guess
record it.
is a little closer, maybe 10-3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think you can get 3 on the board.
Shots fired.
Oh, the trash talking continues.
Yeah. I had a blast. I ended
It
up.
was a lot of fun.
And thank you for playing it. It was it was very
It's a
fun.
blast.
So I was playing spades, which I haven't played since high school. It was great. But my partner was Nisha from the Real Trucker Couple, and we were playing Nick from Nick and Carla, and Pam. Just had a freaking blast.
That was fun to watch.
I had so much fun, and just like we all got along so well, and just being able to show that I can hang and play this crazy game.
I think the part that
I had
surprises
so
people
much fun.
is that you're actually a human being.
Yes,
you actually enjoy living life. I mean, I don't know if many people that don't know you and don't realize that, but a lot of teams don't know you.
Yes,
And they get to see a different side of you. It's not strictly business. It's let's go have some fun and enjoy life.
I agree.
So I think that was a big surprise for a lot of folks. Same thing with Eric.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I know I saw Eric mingling all throughout the parking lot party and really quite a bit during the whole show, which is fun to see. I know he doesn't like his ideal world is like I know 3 people and I'm good with that.
Right.
But it was it was a lot of mingling. It was a lot of fun. The parking lot party was blast and casino night, so much fun. We had the incredible Awesome Brothers out there.
Yeah.
And
our own Jimmy McDonald closed it out at the end.
he did.
He killed it.
Shocked all
Killed
of us. I walked up there with you,
Yeah.
and we were going to do our closeout. Thank everybody for coming. Security was like, wrap it up.
Yep, gotta go.
So you and I walk on stage. Jimmy also decides to walk on stage. And I think we're about to close it up. And what happens?
Jimmy says, "Okay, here we go, boys."
Yes, and he decides to sing the longest song
Yes,
ever recorded, known to
exactly.
man, American
favorite.
Pie, 17 verses.
The security guard went to restroom break and came back, and he's
Yes.
still playing,
Yes.
still singing.
The thing was the security guard was cool, and he actually likes the song.
Right.
So he just kind of hung out.
Yeah.
But no, it was a lot of fun. I had a great night. You and I, we got on that craps table.
Oh my goodness.
Look, we tell people
my
all the
goodness.
time about how fun casino
Oh,
night
yeah.
is and what we
it
do.
was a
And
blast.
we had a few moments where Vince and I got to go and play craps together, and Vince took over the table, and let's just say we were all upset that we had fake money.
Yes, we wish it was real money.
We wish it was real money.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
somehow, I looked down at my hand and I got like $10,000 in it, but they give you $1,000 free.
Yep.
And it was like, it was an awesome.
It was a
the
lot
kind
of fun.
It was the kind of run that you see
Yeah.
people in movies make, and like, oh, everybody's making money all the time, and
Yep.
it's that fake Vegas thing, but it can happen.
It can happen.
and it did happen.
It did.
when we were playing with fake money.
I hit like 6 or 7 points,
it was
and
was
a bunch of numbers
ridiculous.
in between.
Yes.
I rolled for 30, 45 minutes.
It was
wow.
insane. His
It
arm
was-
got
it was a
tired.
lot. It
He had to
did.
shake it off.
I had to shake it off. I had to
That's
call the masseuse over.
That's why the shoulder's
Yeah.
still hurting.
Exactly. That's why the shoulder's still hurting.
Oh.
Even though I roll with my right, not my left.
It doesn't matter.
It
Listen,
doesn't,
it's good for
yeah.
the story. So it was a lot of fun, and then I rolled, and in 3 rolls I was done. So we're not gonna talk about that.
No, we won't.
But it was one of those things you live for, you hope to see
Yeah.
happen, and sadly it was with fake money.
It's a lot
but
of fun.
it was a lot of fun, and then just going out all the prizes. It was over $6,000 in prizes. It was funny. They said. They advertised it as over $3,000 in prices, but we over doubled that in the amount of prizes. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
The band was great. The bartenders were super
They were
friendly.
fabulous,
They
very
were
friendly.
so friendly
Yeah.
and fun. I've been to these corporate events before where like sometimes they're not the friendliest of staff,
Right.
and not this time.
No.
Just everything. What do you want? How can we make it better?
Yep.
Like, how can we have fun with you? It ended up being a lot of fun. It was a great party. It was a great way to end the first day of Expo, and just had a blast. I just had a blast.
It was a ball. It was a
Yep.
good time.
I agree. It was a lot of fun.
And to see people out dancing, that by far was the largest Cupid Shuffle we've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
had.
That was a huge Cupid
That was
Shuffle.
crazy.
The police officer even came out there and did Cupid Shuffle with
Did
us.
he?
She did.
Oh, that's awesome. She,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all right. Yeah, she did. She came up there and did Cupid Shuffle with us, too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, she was keeping the proper amount of space to everybody, too, but, she had a great
You got
time.
to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
You know,
you're working. You're
Yes.
working still. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it was
absolutely.
a great time.
No, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot, and again, kind of that thing of like people seeing and hanging out with that think Eric and I sit in a high rise and
Right.
overlook
Yeah.
everybody smoking
Yeah.
a cigar every night. It's like no, it's not. That's not how it is. It's just down home
That's
fun.
it. Just good time.
It's what we've always known. I mean,
Yep.
we're from South Louisiana, so that's just like our thing. Not quite like Appalachia, less bluegrass, but
I'm just a good old country boy.
Isn't that a song?
aren't you from
Yeah.
Florida?
North Carolina's my home.
I thought you were born in Florida and you lived there for years.
We moved to North Carolina when I was 7.
And when did you move back to Florida?
In my early 20s.
Sounds fishy.
It does sound fishy.
Yes. Well, welcome to Columbus. Ohio's a lot of fun. So we do have this little recap. We're going to show Vince and I recorded a little something
Yeah.
at the show. We'll play that next. And then I think Jerry's got a recap of like walking around with some video footage. If you're on the podcast, he's not going to have it. But if you're watching us on YouTube, you will see it. If you're listening to us on the podcast, go to Hyfield Trucking on YouTube, and you're going to be able to find actually just that section of video, right, where they can just watch you going around. It's a lot of fun. It's got it kind of broken up, parking lot party, the actual show, and things like that. It ended up being a lot of fun. A really good event. A lot of people learned stuff. Educational. It was just overall a great event. So here we are at Matt's. No. Where are we?
We are at GATS.
Yeah.
We're at
Okay.
GATS today. Yeah.
We're at the Expeditors Online Expedite Expo, Crossroads of America, trucking show in Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the
Allen County War Memorial Coliseum.
and it is July 22nd,
Yes.
2023. This is the last day of the I was gonna say Matt's again. What is it? Expo.
Expo.
It's been a
Crossroads of
long
America
day.
Truck
Can we just say it's been
It
a long
has been
day?
a long day.
It's 10 a.m., but it's been a long day. So today's the last day. So if you're watching this or listening to us, it's already come and gone, and we'll see you next year somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
They did not announce where next year is
did
going to
not.
be, so we're going to have to wait in anticipation. But we're hoping for Ohio. If this gets back to anybody,
Fingers crossed.
hoping for Ohio.
Yeah.
Columbus would be great, but Dayton's cute. Cincinnati's fun time. No, Cleveland and Toledo. I mean, if we have to, but Cleveland was where we went to that place and did that thing.
We did do that.
The haircut?
thing at that place
The
there.
barber shop?
Yep. They did a
Yep.
great job.
Yes,
Great job. That was fun.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But here now at Expedite Expo, we're going to talk about all the great and wonderful things we're doing here. Go ahead.
So yesterday was a day full of activities of different educational sessions.
Yes.
The show floor, talking to different people here that were interested in Hyfield.
Talked to so many
Expediting,
people.
lots of people.
Yeah.
Visiting with other friends that we haven't seen in a year, some of them.
Yes.
So that was a lot of fun. Then we had the casino night last night.
So much fun.
That was a blast.
So much
I had
fun.
a great role at the
We got so you were so I was like dead center on the very end.
Right.
You were to my right
on the corner.
on the corner, and then on my left was actually where they started rolling from. I put my money down too late. I didn't get to roll.
Okay.
So they started on the left, and then it worked all the way around the table to you.
Right.
And it was just horrible shooter after horrible shooter after
Yes.
horrible shooter after just a terrible
Yeah.
time. And then you
I got the dice.
got the dice,
I had
and
to
you
show 'em
brought
how
it.
We do.
Oh my
I had to
gosh.
show 'em how we do.
And he's like, I'm going to take quarters on all the ways, and
Right.
I'm going
Yeah.
to line me up on the thingamajiggy. And the only thing he didn't play was the field, which is a sucker's
Well,
bet.
no, but because it's a sucker's bet, I don't play the field. But it was like, well, it's free money.
It's free
Not
money.
real money. It's free fake money. What do I care if I lose a $500 chip on a field bet?
Well, yes.
So after all you guys are hitting the field bets, I decided let me jump on the field bet too. To which you objected.
Yes, I did
You
object.
said, "Don't come in here and steal our mojo."
Yep.
And the next roll
Was no field.
was no field. So everyone on the field lost their money.
We all
But-
lost our money.
But I did make a lot of money for a lot of
Yes.
fake money
Yes.
for a lot of people.
I thought it was interesting that at one point, because they give you $1,000 free money, we've talked about that before, and then you go and you play. At some point, I had like $8,500,
Yeah.
$8,200, something like that, all off your roll. And it was just field bet after field bet. I even hit the high-low yo. I hit yo several
did,
times.
several times.
I mean, it was
Several times.
it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
I was placing comebacks and putting odds on them and hitting those numbers again.
It was crazy. And the one time I rolled, you hit the do not come.
I do. Well, you
Appreciate it.
when you decided you wanted to roll. You dropped your bet from $100
Yes,
to $5.
I
And
did.
if you don't have confidence in yourself, well,
Yeah.
that's time for you to go to the
We're,
dark
we're
side.
dropping $1,000 in the line constantly,
Easily.
so I get the dice and I put the $5 minimum down,
Come on.
and it's like
on.
everybody just snatches their money up as soon as I do that. They're like, nope.
You got no confidence. I got no confidence.
Yeah.
You did roll
So-
some numbers, made some money. I'm not.
Yeah.
You didn't hit a point. You did
I
roll
did
a
not hit the
7,
point,
and
yes.
your number was 6.
It was
So you rolled some other numbers. I made some money off of those. You rolled your 7, and I told you. Well,
a 6
there
is
you
hard
go.
to roll.
A 6 is not hard to roll,
There's only every combination to make it,
except for one.
except for one. Yeah.
Exactly.
So for those of you who don't know, when you are playing craps, you put your money down. The line is called the come line, COME line, and it goes all the way around the table, and that's where you put your money down to bet. And when a person,
That's actually the pass line. The come line is further in. The pass.
oh,
line's
that's
where you
right, yeah,
start.
yeah, yeah.
The pass line's where you start when you have a come.
That's
line.
correct. I forgot. So you put your money on the pass line, and then you roll when you roll a number that is not 12,
3,
3, 2,
7,
or 7,
11.
and then that or 11. Then that number is the number we're betting you're gonna.
20 minutes for our next sticky note session. Come, ask questions, get answers from those in the expedite industry. Look for us on stage in the corner of the exhibit hall. We'll see you soon.
So you're betting that number will be rolled again, and that's how you make your
Before-
money
before a 7
before a
is
7 is rolled.
Right.
And so then there's all kinds of other ways, but that's the most basic way to play. And right above it, they have a do not pass,
Right.
and that's what you bet.
I bet against the shooter.
So he's basically saying, I don't think you're going to make your point. You're
Right.
not going to be able to roll two numbers and not roll a 7 between them.
Right.
And he was right. It was the only time it happened.
Only time it happened.
So at that point, I put everything on the next roll, and it was a 2, and I lost all my money. So,
That's the way it goes sometimes,
it's-
you know?
yeah.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
but it still ended up being a lot of fun. The band was great.
They were good.
Um,
The incredible Awesome Brothers were good.
Yes,
They
if
did a
you're
good job.
ever in Columbus and you see them playing,
Yeah.
go see them. There's fun band, good music, great singers. It was just a lot of fun. We danced.
We danced.
Um,
We sang.
I got the Cupid Shuffle. We got like half the people out there for the Cupid
Yeah.
Shuffle. That was probably the biggest Cupid Shuffle I've ever been a part of. So it was.
We even got our own Jimmy Mack to close it out with a couple songs.
He did. That was crazy,
Amazing.
unexpected.
It really was.
We had to get security to take him off the
We did. He
stage, but
wasn't
that
gonna leave.
wasn't. Yeah,
He
that was
gonna
not.
leave the stage.
I gave Matt that like cut the mic
Right, yeah.
sign, and he did. But it was a lot of fun. So that pretty much wrapped up. No, actually didn't wrap up yesterday. So what I love about these events is it's not just doing the big party. It's not just doing the breakout sessions where you learn stuff. It's not just doing the showroom floor where you meet vendors and you climb into trucks and you talk to recruiters and all that stuff. It's the small networking conversations that happen behind the scenes,
Yes.
in the nooks and crannies, around a dinner table, or as last night, around the hotel patio.
Right.
We stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning,
Okay, maybe.
something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Just having conversations
Great
with
conversations.
some people, some people we knew and some people we'd never met, and we're making friends. And I think we have a new program that's going to come out of that. That
Yeah.
again wasn't part of the show.
No.
It was not any of our agendas,
No.
and it just naturally happened. And that's one of the great things about these shows is you get to have those conversations, you get to meet those people, have those networking discussions. They've got several truck tax companies out here. So a lot of people who came here to see trucks and climb around trucks are like, oh, hey, let me ask you about trucking financials
Right,
and
yeah.
stuff. And so they're having those conversations as well, which is great. It enhances your business.
It's something a lot of people don't know about, really, too. Is with the independent contractor model that we use, they want to and need to learn what's a write-off, what's not a write-off. How do I set up an LLC? Or do I need to set up an LLC? And those things are important to learn. This isn't just about trucks and finding a job or a contract somewhere. It's about the business as a whole.
Absolutely.
Just everything to do with the business. Insurance. There's a cell phone company here with cell phones for business. Lots of travel companies going on.
Yes.
There are lots
Yep.
of different
The
things.
booth right directly next to us, which you can't see, it's off camera, but they're a rigging supply company.
Yeah.
Like people don't think about. You got to have bars and straps and
Right,
things like
exactly.
that. So
Exactly.
it's a very cool setup they have here. Really had a lot of fun. Enjoyed the conversations, and that was just day one.
Just day one.
Day two is just kicked
getting
off.
started.
We're just getting started with it. I'm looking forward to a couple of things on my agenda I've got to mark off, but I'm really looking forward to the stuff that's not on my agenda that I'm going to find while we're
Right,
here.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting some new people and maybe climbing into a truck. I haven't
not?
done that yet.
Why not?
I'm
I'm
all of
curious-
day one. I wasn't able to climb in any of these nice
I'm
trucks.
curious to see the RV park behind us in Bolt over.
Bolt is building. They are our primary sleeper builder, and they have started building these custom RVs. And so it doesn't really fit the show, but they still brought it just to
Right,
kind of show off what
sure.
they can do. And it looks sharp. It looks really good. I can't wait to go inside of it and check it out. Maybe play with some buttons.
Yeah.
Try that massaging mattress. I don't know. So, but yeah, that's it so far. We have some B footage we'll talk about. And you have anything else?
That's it for now. I'm looking forward to the end of day two. Looking forward to seeing what day two has to bring.
Yes.
And adding that information here as well. I really am.
Absolutely.
am.
I am looking forward to tonight. We have
Yes.
the Square Cool. The
Square
weather
Cool
does
seems to
look
look
like
like
it's going to be good
Beautiful
for us.
weather tonight.
So we're going to be out in the parking lot with a bunch of Hyfield family, a bunch of non-Hyfield
Yeah.
family drivers. We're going to be throwing down. I think we're going to be a giant Domino's pizza order or something is what
Yeah,
I'm hearing
sounds
rumors
good to
of.
me.
And
good to me.
just have some music, cornhole. I think we got volleyball.
We got volleyball.
We got volleyball,
We got a giant beer pong setup.
maybe.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We do have like a 6-foot beach ball. That'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
I don't think anybody knows that. So
No, it's secret.
you should have seen Jerry's face. He was just looking at it like, what? Anyways,
There's been lots of surprises, though. We talked about this for months, the things that we're going to do. We talked about the casino night and that kind of thing. But we still keep things under our hat for when we get here.
Absolutely.
And, surprises. So if you don't want to come for the casino night, well, there's other surprises going on that you
There are.
don't miss out on if you're not here.
There are. And in keeping with convention, casino night was just like it's been years before.
Yeah.
Where there's a bunch of people playing games
Yeah.
and doing the casino. There's a bunch of people not that are over there listening to music, having conversations, enjoying a cocktail or a beer or a soda. I mean, it's always a really fun thing. Yes, sir.
I just thought of one thing that I have to do today.
Okay.
I need a foosball rematch with you. I have to. I have
when
to.
you're standing on the top of the
Yes,
mountain
I know,
and
but
you've
I'm
already
challenging
beat.
you. I'm
You've
challenging
been over there
you right
practicing
here.
though. I haven't touched
played
it yet.
one more game. I played 1 against 2. I had 2 people playing against me, and I won.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
we can do that. Are we going to record it for the content for the video? Should we let the viewers see me
Oh
beat
yeah,
Vince?
they should see you lose to me.
Okay.
And if when you lose to me, we got to have a third.
We're gonna make it.
Two.
No, we got to make it interesting.
Okay. You gonna put a bottle of bourbon on it?
Yes, a bottle of Weller Green Label Special
I was
Reserve.
thinking like a bottle of
Old Forester.
Weller Foolproof or something.
Oh.
Never mind.
No. Green Label. Yeah, I don't trust myself that much. I put my $5 chip down. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll have Jerry record it, and I was already part of a very aggressive Connect 4 game earlier.
Oh, were you?
Oh, that was so cool too. They were doing an event on Thursday night, and we'd set up on Thursdays. Even though the show doesn't start till Friday, they did an event on Thursday night, which they don't normally do. This was rare. And they walked over. They said, "Can we borrow your Connect 4?" And I was like, deeply touched. I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." Because it's neat. Our Connect 4 is 4 foot wide. It's massive.
Yeah.
Like it's the pucks on it are like that big around. They could be used as saucers if we run into saucers.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if the dishwasher's safe.
We'll
have to check
see.
into that.
Yeah.
But
maybe not on the hot dry, just the air dry.
just air dry. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah.
Cold water
Yep.
rinse.
Yep.
If not, we can always throw them in the thing.
Yeah.
Dry clean only.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, cool. In case we forget to do it on the podcast that you're hearing us on, y'all be safe, make good decisions, hit like, subscribe, all the buttons in front of you, hit them all. And we appreciate you sharing and spending time with us every week.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you guys. And don't leave money on the table.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that little excerpt from Expo. We had a lot of fun. It was a great event. Thank you for everybody that helped put it together. Thank you for all the people that took care of the parking lot party, the people that took care of the booth, the people that helped with the casino night. This was a huge group effort. We could not have done it without you.
No.
We thank you so much for that. It goes truly appreciated. That Hyfield family really means something, and you see it at these events. So we do want to discuss something. We have had quite a few people ask about the yellow situation.
Yeah.
And they want us to talk about it and kind of discuss it. It's a interesting situation. It's kind of to a degree a sad situation. Not to a degree. It's large bit. It's
large bit. It really is.
It's a rough situation, and our hearts do go out with to everyone who's been impacted by this. It's thousands of people, tens of thousands, all across America are dealing with this right now. We understand it's a rough situation, and it's just I hate it for you. I hate it for Americana. I'm a big Americana fan. Y'all know that I love. I have an old the 92 F-150. I like Americana type stuff.
Yeah.
And when you've got a company that's 98, 99 years old, that's going under. It's sad.
There's a lot of history there.
There's a lot of history there. I remember seeing those yellow roadway trucks my whole life. YRC, when they came together, it was a big deal, and everybody was excited. And Holland joined the group, and it just they exploded, and it's been such a good thing for American commerce. And to watch all of that erode, it breaks the heart. However, at the time of this recording, so maybe not the time you're listening, but at the time of this recording, not everything's done.
Right.
They have not officially terminated anybody's contracts. They have not officially laid anybody off. They've been told it's coming, but nothing official has been said yet. Everything we're seeing online, all the news reporting, all the information coming out of the Yellow Group is just speculation.
Right. They're still trying to refinance that debt.
Yes, they're trying to figure out what to do. I'm ever the pessimist. You're ever the optimist, and I don't feel great about what's happening. But I would love for next week for us to address this and talk about it. Hopefully, we'll have a little more information. And I would love for me to be wrong and us to say like, "Whoo, that was a close one." I don't feel that's going to be the case next week, but you know what? That's for next week. Yeah, it's just it's a rough situation.
Yeah, we'll discuss it more next week when we have some more details and can speak more intelligently on it.
And keep that in mind if you're listening to this fresh. If nothing has been released from YRC, from the Yellow Group, everybody's opinions are speculative at this point. Who's to say what's going to happen? The details we do know, they're sitting on a mountain of debt. They're having a very bad negotiation with the union,
Right.
and that represents most of their
Most
drivers,
of the workers, yeah.
most of their workers, and their assets, which is their property, their trucks, their trailers, are worth more than the operating income of their company. So it doesn't look great,
It doesn't.
but
But we would need to wait and see.
yeah, I get it.
We could speculate all day.
Yeah,
We need to wait and see what actually comes of it.
absolutely. And at the time of this recording, again, you may be listening to this going like, well, we know already.
Right.
Just apologize. At the time we're recording this, we don't know yet. So to everybody out there that still works for YRC and maybe you're looking for a new job or you're trying to figure out what's next in life, our hearts go out to you. Yeah, it's rough. It's very tough.
Yeah.
So we certainly understand that pain and wish you all the best and success in finding a new situation. And if the company pulls it back together, that's amazing. That's really all I've got tonight. Jerry, what are we forgetting?
Airplane of the week.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's huge. That's why that's huge, right?
No.
It's part of our contract.
Contract, yes.
Yes,
Contractual.
we are
contractually
contractually obligated.
obligations, yeah.
If we forgot to do that, we would actually have to reconvene, fire the studio back up, and do this again because per the contract, we're required to do it
We have to.
because we don't have a very good union representing us. This is
Get after that person that signed
this
that
is
contract.
well. Listen, when you're desperate for money, you sign things not really realizing what you're going to get. But today's plane of the week is a Delta Airlines MD-90. Now, the MD-90 is a DC-9 variant. You'll notice it looks probably a lot like the 717.
Yeah.
It's very traditional design. It's got two engines mounted to the very back of the airplane, a big T-tail, and two little wings mounted to it that are like 2/3 of the way down the fuselage, and then a long
Yeah, they're way back.
It's like a
Yeah.
long neck, right?
It is.
So the MD-90 was the newer version of the MD-80, which is the newer version of the DC-9. So we're 3 generations in. Delta is still flying the 717, which is the 4th generation, which was going to be the MD-95, but it
McDonnell Douglas, Boeing.
it merged, and
Yeah.
so we got 717 out of the deal. So the MD-90 is the last one produced by McDonnell Douglas, where Boeing had nothing to do with it. It's got a glass cockpit. It's a very modern plane. It's a good plane. It's got a long. It's got several stretches, so you can get them in different lengths. Which the different length of the fuselage determines how many people are in the plane. So you are getting various amounts of people on the plane. It was a workhorse, a backbone, an amazing plane that Delta used the dog out of. As a matter of fact, these are MD's Mad Dogs. Like this is, a lot of people called them a Mad Dog. They were a great plane. They just, used the crap out of them. They just really flew them a lot.
Right.
They worked really hard. They were great planes, extremely reliable. As a matter of fact, an MD-90 has like 2 fatal losses or something like that. Period.
Wow.
Like it's extreme. That's how reliable it is. Extremely reliable airplane. They flew it quite a bit, and due to COVID, they retired it. So if you were hoping to fly one, you lost your opportunity a couple of years ago. It was a really great airplane. It was one that was, when you're on the inside, it's got 2 seats on one side and 3 on the other. So you're kind of like walking down the side a little
Right.
bit. It's a little
A
awkward.
little off center.
Yeah. And like one side could fit huge luggage. The other
Right.
side could only fit like purses.
Small stuff.
Yeah. But it was very long. They stretched this thing quite a bit to get as many people on the plane as possible, which is why the wings look so far back, because they've just added on to the front of it to make it as long as possible to get as many people on it as they could. And they were balanced out by those quite large engines on the back of the
Right.
airplane. It was a workhorse, but it was one where if you're in the very back of that airplane, when you land, just sit.
Yeah, you're not getting off for a while.
You're not getting off for a while. You're a solid 20 minutes before you're getting out of the airplane. It was quite a stretched variant, but it was a great plane. I've flown on it quite a few times prior to its retirement, and as a matter of fact, I flew on this airplane one day before it was retired.
Wow.
Eric and I both did, from Minneapolis to Columbus, and the very next day was its last flight with Delta.
Wow.
But it's in a desert now, or these airplanes are mostly in the desert now, and they are slowly getting picked up by like upstart airlines in Asia or Africa, in the islands, or they're being converted to cargo use. So some of them will be scrapped, but the majority will live on in just some other non-mainline airline way.
They still got lots of life in them still.
They really do. They're great airplanes. I mean, again, remember a few weeks ago the 717 landed with no nose,
no seal gear,
and they just fixed it and sent it on its way.
Right.
These are extremely durable planes. They're extremely well built. Not the quietest, not the most comfortable, but rugged.
But they get the job done.
They get the job done. They're very rugged.
Yeah.
They're not super fuel efficient, but they didn't have to be. It wasn't an issue when they were built.
Right.
So, yeah, that's the airplane of the week. COVID, unfortunately, took this one away from us. But if you want to experience what it would have been like, you got a couple years left. Go fly a 717 with Delta, and you'll get a pretty good idea of what it was like. So that is the airplane of the
Good
week.
deal.
You, if you'd like to see a picture of it and get an idea what it looks like, you can go to our Facebook page or Instagram at the Outer Belt Podcast, and we'll have show notes and pictures of this thing. And if you like what you've heard, or you want to share it, please do so. If you see a button in front of you, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, tap everything.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, hit the share button.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Can't forget the bell.
If you're interested in doing what we do and joining Hyfield Trucking, please visit our website at www.hyfieldtrucking.com. We would love to talk to you. If you want to listen to the podcast and you're unable to watch the video feed, we are streaming on all of your favorite podcasting apps.
Yes, we are. Thank you for all for joining us this evening, this morning, this afternoon, today.
Whatever you're listening to
We
us.
appreciate that. We really do.
Absolutely.
If you have ideas, share them with us as well.
Thank you for listening. Please be safe and make good decisions.
Don't leave money on the table.
And keep those wheels a turning.
Good night.